Un pochino di storia, a little bit of history for those who are not familiar with those very complicated events. On April 25th, there was a nationwide radio broadcast which called for a popular uprising and a general strike against the Nazi occupation. July 25 was chosen because Milano and Torino were liberated that particular day thanks to the partisans. Some were citizens, some were militaries.
I found a story that I want to share with you today, starting from this book, which is about gnocco fritto e tigelle. Dopo il 1943, anche sui miei nonni precipitò la catastrofe della guerra. So after 1943, my grandparents got the tragedy of war, and their second son, Rino, born in 1921, was sent as a fighter, was sent as a soldier, and they were living.
April 24th, 1945. We could hear gunshots and shouts from the streets. The next day, the radio stopped the music and announced that the war was over. The Germans had surrendered to the Allies. At first, we could not believe it. But when we heard the shouts of joy coming from other apartments, we too started laughing, jumping with joy and embracing each other. Just then, the phone rang. It was my older brother, Michele. He told us not to go out of the apartment because there was a lot of fighting in the street. Fascist against partisan, partisan against fascist, Italian against Italian. April 25th, 1945, in the north of Italy. In Torino, certainly, there was no peace.
The sisters always traveled together as they felt safer from the German soldiers as opposed to traveling alone. On one trip back to San Benedetto, they realized that the Germans had taken over their house. And now a little bit about my family. My cousin Domenico Leone of Trecate, provincia di Novara in Piemonte, fought in Russia. He was walking in formation in the snow when he tripped, and miraculously he missed a bullet that ended up killing the man right in front of him. He always said that the Madonna made him fall and she saved his life.
On my mother's side, by marriage, there were some Jews called Levi, and they lived in Trieste. And they lived in a villa in Trieste, way up on the hill. Trieste was the city where Mussolini read from the balcony of a building the racial laws. Jews could not do this, couldn't do the other, etc. The parents also fled to the mountains, and of course the Germans occupied the villa. Well, after the Germans retreated, the partisans coming from Yugoslavia occupied the villa. So after the end of the war, my uncle and his family came back, and he saw the partisans there, and he said, "Go away." And the partisans left, and that villa is still standing today, belonging to the same family.
The police managed to have the Germans return the pig. They did it, but they were so upset, once again, because they had to bend to the will of Italians, that they dropped the poor pig as a bag of potatoes. So the pig broke one of his legs, and my great-grandfather was forced to slaughter the pig prematurely, which was unfortunately a loss of lardo, a loss of salami, a loss of prosciutto. Okay, so with this, I think that we're done. Thank you for coming.
Mattina mi son svegliato. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi son svegliato e trovato l'invasor. Oh partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Oh partigiano, portami